welcome to the TME Exclusives. We're here with Perspectives, Rochester's very own metal band.
What's going on, guys?
It's good to have you guys in studio. I'm actually happy to have you guys in studio. It's been a long time coming. I know that we've been trying for a few months here.
Yeah,
but here we are.
Well, we're here. We're finally here.
I know. We made it. Now, to you, to the viewers, you can chat with us on Facebook Live. We're on Facebook and YouTube, but you could also watch this in real time on the M-Balm We're here live in studio with these guys. We have a lot to talk about, and I cannot wait for this. I'm a big metalhead myself. So, dudes, what have you guys been up to, man?
I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, we've just been playing out the last couple months. Had some pretty good shows. Played Bug Jar. Got a couple more coming up.
Okay.
December 20th, we're playing a benefit show.
It's a toy benefit show, Ronald McDonald House. Bring $5 and a toy, and you get in.
Awesome.
Into the Harbor,
excited.
Shepherd of Rot, Beast, White Tides, Death Won't Hold, and Plagues of Endeavor, and us.
Nice.
For $10, come and see a show, or bring $5 and a toy, and
Yeah,
dude, like, you can't beat that.
Nah, not at all. You can't at all. That's good stuff, man.
And that's at the California Brew House.
California Brew House. Now, I've only been there maybe a handful of times, but it's been a while. But it's a nice venue. It's not a bad venue.
Yeah.
It's a fun one to play.
Good staff, good people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, I love checking out all the different venues. We got Montage Music Hall. We used to have Water Street Music Hall. That was
coming back. It's being talked about.
Okay.
I don't know if it's happening, but it's been talked about, but it's okay again.
I know that they've had cover bands. That's as far as I know. It's under a new name now. I believe it's called Lakeside.
Is it?
Yeah.
No,
Or
that's
they
not.
change it back?
That's not Water Street.
Oh, Water Street. My bad. I'm sorry.
you're
I'm thinking of the other one. It's
Yeah.
But yeah, Water Street. I did hear the song.
Then you got Photo City Improv. They're great. That's probably a top one for me, just because the aesthetic of it all. There's a casket inside.
There's
cool, movies
man.
playing all over. Like Night of the Living Dead, it's just playing while there's a death metal band playing on stage. It's so cool to make that more of a show as well.
Yeah. We do have a caller calling in. Maybe somebody that wants to talk to you guys.
Cool.
So let's see here. Oh, it looks like they dropped off.
Oh,
Where'd you go?
but we wanted you to talk.
Yeah, you can call in. We're gonna be here live in studio with these guys for about a half hour, 45 minutes.
Bring it on.
It's all about you guys.
Bring it all on.
If you have anything you want to ask, like I said, the Facebook Live chats are up and all that, and everything's going here for you guys. So, you guys' last show, let's see, what was that? Last month, November?
Yep. Was
Yes.
it 16th? 16th.
Yes.
Where was that at again?
Bug Jar.
Bug Jar.
Bug Jar? Okay,
Yeah.
Bug Jar. Now, I've only been there maybe twice.
Dude, that was one of the most intense shows we've ever played.
Was it?
Ever.
We've played a lot of shows
Yeah.
in the collection of bands that we've been in.
Yeah.
So to say that one was probably one of the most intense, holy hell.
No, I can imagine, and with that being said, there's a lot of different things that, we do have a caller here. Hold on one second. Hello, you're on with the Perspectives here. Hello.
Hey, Harold, it's Vicky.
Hey, Vicky, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. Who are these people you got on?
We are here with Perspectives. They are a local metal band here
Hi,
from
Vicky.
Rochester. They're here in studio live. They're going to be chatting with me for quite a bit here. Got anything that you want to say to these guys?
That's you.
What's going on? What's going on, Vicky? How you doing?
About those masks down there.
Oh, yeah, they got the masks
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, we always got the aesthetic to get you coming to see us.
That's right. There's a lot of noise going on.
You guys
back
hear
there.
my toddler? She wants to rock out with you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All ages. We
for
we
sure.
definitely got enough kids in the house that mosh while we're playing the music. So
That's awesome, man. I love seeing the
always
younger
great.
crowd.
yeah, definitely got a lot of videos of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have any age come and rock out with us.
Hey, cool.
That's awesome. Hey, thanks for calling in. All right, so I mean, okay. I want to get something out there. The last metal show I was at was a year ago. Okay, Montage Music Hall, the Flawless Smile Tour. They had Flaw, Smile Empty Soul, a couple other bands.
I did
there.
those lights.
You did?
Yeah, I did those lights
All right.
while I was working at the Montage.
Okay, cool.
I love that show.
All right. Here's the thing I have a problem with. The band's played wonderfully, but the metal scene has kind of changed within the last, I don't know,
100%.
7 years. The crowd was dead. I mean, literally, I was like, what's everybody doing here? They're just standing there with a beer in their hand like this, just watching the show. It's like,
yeah, this is great, man.
that's not a metal show.
No.
That is not even what I remember, like, back in even 2013.
No,
People were
right.
moshing. We were all having a good time.
Yep.
And
Dude,
now it's just like they're dead. What's going on?
It's coming back.
Is it?
It really is.
Definitely.
If not, it's coming back. It's evolving. We're talking to each other more.
Yeah.
We're
That's what they need.
being friends again. We're trying to make this about all of us and
Right.
not just one.
That's, yeah.
Not only that, but I mean, the bands themselves are talking to each other. Yes, and
Right.
but at least I can't speak for more than just us, but we are at least making an effort to reach out to people as well,
Right. Yeah.
and make a personal connection with these people. So not only is it come see us, and we always try to put our best show out that we can every time we
Every
play.
single time.
Yeah.
But it also gives it that personal, not only that, but then we can, talk about the meanings of the songs with these people and really convey what we're trying to get out in a positive way and give them meaning to what we're doing as well.
Right.
Because we at least with our song Flatline, I feel like it's a fairly relatable song. I mean, it's something that is about loss.
Yes.
And at some point in your life, it's an unfortunate thing, but it's something that eventually we're all going to have to face.
Right.
Right.
And I feel like that's why that song carries so much weight for us, at least, and it seems like a lot of people seem to be connecting to it. So we're kind of working with that and, trying to, like I said, make personal relationships with not only bands but fans as well to try to, give them more of a reason to want to come to a show.
Yeah.
Because like you said, I mean, when you're coming to a show like that, nobody wants to go to something like that.
When you're coming to a show, you're coming to release. You're coming to
Right.
to
That's
get
what I
out
mean.
of what you're going on.
I
What's
know.
going on at home.
Yeah.
What are you dealing with? What are you dealing with in your head? What are you dealing with in this situation? You had a shitty day at your job.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna go? Come to a metal show. Get into a circle pit, and then you're gonna be 10 times happier.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
the hell out of somebody.
Right.
It's always
Exactly.
enjoyable, man. I
Hell
love
yeah,
going. I love going to shows, and I want to go again. I want to like to go to see you guys
Oh, dude,
live.
please.
man.
December 20th or January 26th are the only ones that we really have lined up at this point, but we would love to have you at either one.
All right.
They're
Sure.
both
of them.
absolutely.
If
Yeah,
possible.
if you can come to both, come to both. But yeah, dude, they're both stacked lineups. The January 26th one is Soma Slumber, likewise Unwill, Nate Marlowe, and it's so cool because it's all different music genres.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah.
so it's 3 rooms.
It's a really awesome show.
One of the rooms is vendors and food
Okay.
and like stuff for you to buy, but then you go over here and this is all heavy stuff. You go over here and it's lighter stuff, but we all are together trying to
awesome.
make it.
Yeah.
And
This
dude,
guy's
it's-
done a few shows.
yeah.
Quite a few shows now.
Shout out to Jed Seaver on that one,
Yeah,
man.
There you go.
big time. Yeah, they seem to be getting bigger and bigger, so much props to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's definitely helped us grow as a band.
So the single you released this how long ago? About a year ago?
January.
January?
January.
Almost a year then.
Yeah, we're coming up on it.
Wow. And it's on Bandcamp. You can get it on there.
Bandcamp,
We'll
YouTube.
be on iTunes and everything else, Spotify.
Yeah.
Hopefully
As soon as
very
we
soon.
get the
Yeah.
other single able to go to people, then both of them will be on Spotify and
Yeah,
iTunes.
we'll have 2
and
songs up.
all that. So you'll at
shortly.
least have 2 songs to feed off of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
But always, I've always heard certain people say like less is best. Don't always put everything out there at once. I think this is a good idea. You got a single out there, people are listening to it, and they want more.
Yeah.
They're listening to this like, okay, these guys are doing this now. What are they going to release in maybe about a year, or maybe even 2 years?
Right, yep.
But then they go to your shows and listen to you guys play, all that stuff. So what's your like plan for this coming year in 2020? I mean,
you want me to take it? I'll take
Mm-hmm.
it. Well, we got these 2 shows coming up. We got
Okay.
the one in January. And then right now we just recently finished recording and tracking everything for our EP, which is
Okay.
going to be 6 songs. And we're shooting for right around March to release it.
March.
So
Awesome.
at this point, the future's kind of unwritten.
Yeah.
But we're working on things. We have a few things in the works right now that we're not putting out just yet. But beyond that, we're just looking forward to playing these shows and, putting on the best shows that we can. But and that we're evolving and preparing for this because it's
Which
it's
is
gonna
what
be
you
fun.
want to do as a band, is evolve
This-
every
this
time
year-
you play. And that's the thing, man.
This year's been
This
crazy
year,
too. We played a few big shows, and
Freaking evolution is
we've come a long way.
Yeah.
It's been a ride.
We treat this like a family, and if one is suffering or one is going through this, we don't just sit there and go, "That's fine, go away." We go, dude,
Yeah.
let's get it the hell out of here, because
Right.
that's the thing, man. All of this music that we cannot wait to show you people, it's our real suffering. It's not just we came up with this and we hope that you enjoy
It's
it.
not like, oh, this sounds cool. Like, let's just put this out. Like, no,
Right.
there's heart, there's
Here's
emotion.
my head.
All of us in this group have some sort of mental illness, if you will call it. I have bipolar, anxiety, depression, whatever. And I feel like it's something that's, very common and is often kind of brushed under the rug. But
Right.
this EP is very much a head-on attack on
correct statement.
literally everything that we've been through, from the loss of our parents to, dealing with, insane depression issues, like not wanting to be here,
Right.
we've all been there at some
Trying
point.
to find an escape.
And that's what this music is for us, and that's why when I say a song like Flatline is so powerful, it's powerful because we put our heart and our blood and our sweat and our
That
tears
night,
and everything
that
into it.
flatline night, man, that still
We took
gives
a whole
me
weekend
chills.
to write that, and what was the first night we wrote the instrumentals, and then the next night we were up until like 3 a.m. just
Lights
back
were
and
all
forth
off.
writing the lyrics, and we were arguing, yelling at each other, we were crying. Dude, it was
emotional.
hell.
I broke
It
up
was
with my
literal
girlfriend.
hell,
It was real,
man.
man. We literally broke ourselves to make that song what it needed to be. And you hear it, man. That's us. That's what went on that night.
See, I love this.
Yeah.
I love the reality of it, and I also like the backstory behind just one single.
Yeah.
This is just one single we're talking about. This is not a whole EP or album. This is just one single.
right.
And that's a whole story of reality right there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, think about all the different tracks and stuff you're going to be making in the future. All the stories behind those.
What we're going to go through to then make the next song
Right.
is what my brain has been to.
That's the fear.
It's not even a fear.
No,
it's
it's
more
not.
like bring it on what's going to happen, but
Yeah.
I know what I can do to try to deal with it. I
Right.
have this family to go to and try to make something where I can be like, all right, I learned that.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can help somebody else learn that too. That hasn't learned that this is even happening yet.
Right.
And then when it happens, they're like, I have something I can go to.
Exactly.
It makes me happy.
Yeah.
It's what I do this for. Is for the people that can just get out.
We put up, we are the change, or we, you know more of what that is than I do, but
Yeah.
And that literally comes from the fact that everything that we do is based off of positivity.
Yeah.
It's not dwelling on the negatives. It's you can have our first song, Smile, for example.
Yeah.
It's very much about basically the premise of it is no matter what you're dealing with, no matter whether you just lost somebody or you're just having a bad day at work or whatever it is, you still got to get up, put the smile on your face and get through it, whether you have kids or you don't have kids or this or that. There's always somebody leaning on you,
Right.
and you need to put that smile on to
Regardless of
through
how
that.
negative it is,
Yeah.
you still
You
need to
know?
persevere and slash that smile.
Exactly.
and that's been the pushing factor behind this, is that because when we first started, I was just getting out of a 6-year relationship, and it was a dark period for
Tough
me.
times.
Right, and that's where a lot of this stemmed from.
Right.
And we wrote the initial EP we wrote in a matter of 2 months, maybe. And it's gone through countless edits since then, but a lot of that was just driven by this place that I was in. Like
Yeah.
I really hadn't dealt with the loss of my dad, and then with the breakup and everything else that was going on at the time. Not to get too personal with it, but that derived a lot of that emotion that really drove the writing process. And I've kind of been in another one of those spots lately, so it's like
Yeah.
it's been an interesting ride to go from here to here to here to here.
It's a roller
But
coaster.
this band, even for us, is always something that we can lean on.
Yeah.
We can go back and listen to the tracks and be like, wow, You know, and like there's still times I'll put Flatline on. Even now, for me, it's like we wrote this.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
Smile
like,
helps me at work all the time. 'Cause
Does
I'm
it?
just- oh yeah.
No, I haven't heard that one yet. No,
not yet.
Not
It'll
yet.
Be out
it's,
soon.
it's coming.
That one.
I was just gonna say, when is this? When you maybe next year?
Yeah, probably around March.
We're thinking that
So
we're
they're
gonna
gonna-
March somewhere. We're gonna drop it, but we just don't know exactly when, so we don't want to give too much.
We will be putting
Right.
out a single called Back to Life.
Yes.
Before then,
Okay.
not 100% sure when,
Yeah.
but soon, as soon as possible.
Now I know when I was talking to you, you were saying something about music video. How's that
Trying.
going?
Yeah, we're
working
pushing
on it.
for it. You know, the music business is kind of hard. You're gonna need money. If
Yeah.
you don't have money, you're not gonna survive. So, music video, it's definitely something that we've been thinking about putting together pieces of what we want to actually do for it.
If you know, I do some video stuff myself. I mean, you know that. If you guys need any help with that,
Yeah,
yeah, we can make something happen.
always down. Right.
Perspectives music video
Here we
coming
are.
soon.
Coming soon. This guy.
M-Balm making the music video.
M-Balm with perspectives. I like it.
Nah, man, just like it's so interesting though. Like, you know, I'm gonna go back to like some of the bands, like, you know, even Stained and all that. You
I
know,
love Stained.
it's weird because all the stuff like you guys are talking about right now, I'm sure this is how they felt back in 2000.
Sure.
You know, and they made all those old albums and stuff, but like I see how they are now. Like his life's better than it was back then, and you know, and just think
Aaron.
about how
I love
yeah,
Aaron Lewis so much, but
he's got some.
I hate that the diva part of it is coming out, and I'm just like, but that's Stained. I haven't even seen you live yet.
I
Don't
know.
do this.
Yeah, I don't know. Back in what, March or April of this year, I guess he like walked off stage and all that. Like, what was up with that?
He literally was telling people to pay attention to him when he was playing. Like, shush, I'm playing this guitar, I'm playing this song. It's like, dude, like if they're not listening, then they're not listening.
Yeah.
You don't act negative towards the fans that have been there for so many years.
Yeah, I mean, I watched some of those videos, and like he just like blew up at the fans, and I guess there was like a couple of hecklers and all that there too. But like, how would you guys? I don't know. What's your guys' thoughts on that? I mean, if somebody's heckling you guys at one of your shows and just kind of just get
We
loud.
haven't really dealt with it at this point, and if we do, bring your hate. We will retaliate with positivity.
There you go, man. Play the music, right?
100%.
Keep playing.
That's literally like one of our last songs.
I mean, the thing is about that too.
Bring
is,
it.
I mean, like, we're four dudes who go up on stage wearing masks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I almost expect it,
Right.
to some degree. You know what I mean?
Because you always got
But
that
you know what?
stigma of like.
But that's the whole point, dude. Like the whole point, even of the name Perspectives,
Right.
it's what you see it as.
Right.
Whatever
You know what I
wanna
mean?
see,
And
you
that's
see.
why the personal relationships and all these other little intricate pieces to it all matters so much, is because in our mind, you know, it's like we don't really necessarily even care what. I mean, I shouldn't say that. We care more about the fact that, you know, just because we see it one way doesn't mean that that's
Right.
necessarily the
that
way
it's
it's going to be perceived.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that's the whole thing, is like you can, you know, like going back to Flatline, you know, you can see it however you want to see it.
Yeah.
It is what it is, though.
No,
you
I
know?
agree. I agree.
Yeah,
And
the
I don't see a
fact
point in
with-
trying to change that, because you're not gonna.
Right. With Flatline, you know, as much as it's about loss, it's also about not giving up and persevering
Perseverance.
through whatever you're going through. I mean, if you can take that part and be like, yes, this is about losing somebody, but so many people have just taken it and like
Yeah.
driven themselves with it. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll take that too.
Yeah. Well, we have a couple comments here on the Facebook Live chat. We have somebody from Austin, one of our viewers, Austin.
What's going on, Austin? How you
Bug
doing, bud?
Jar is a good place to have shows. I had got some friends that had shows there, and he also says music is the best therapy. Can
There
make
you
a
go.
lot of new
100%
friends at metal
agree.
shows. He's right though. You
Yeah,
meet a lot of
definitely.
people at these shows.
Definitely.
Maybe you don't remain friends after the show, but hey, listen, there's a connection there. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I
and
feel
like
like
you guys
that's
were saying,
something that people tend to forget for some reason, is like, you know, you're going to a place where other people feel the same way you feel.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We're all going to get something out, to go do whatever, but the fact of the matter is you have something in common with everybody in that room.
We're all
Right.
connected. And when it comes to that, and you're just focused on that one thing, we're all connected.
yeah, man.
We're all here to support each other. At least that's how it should be, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
You know? Support everybody. So
That's what's nice about
100%.
Rochester. We have so many different artists here. We
Yeah,
have
there's
the local
some
music
great
scene,
talent
you
here,
know,
too.
and it's
Different
just
genres, different.
the 585.
Yeah.
always rocking.
I just had a conversation with Mike from Soma Slumber,
Okay.
and it was Outlier. I was talking to Outlier, and I was like, we'll play with whoever you want. Unwill will make you happy, and they'll bring you up. Soma Slumber will knock you out. You got Nate Marlowe, who's crying on the guitar, but you feel it, and it just goes on and on and on. There's so much talent in this place.
Yeah.
And when they branch off and do their own thing, even that, like Joey Lana doing, I can't remember what it's called right now, but
Discman.
What is it?
Discman.
Discman. They're doing like 90s cover songs, like 90s and 2000 cover songs, and like even that, man, that's bringing all the talent together of different bands and making something for people to come out to.
Yeah.
And I respect it.
Seems like we're definitely getting a strong push right now.
Yeah.
That's good though.
It's great.
Yes.
It's great. This is honestly the most alive I feel like the scene's been
100%.
in years.
Good.
Years.
I'm honestly upset because I can't see the show that was tonight. Our bassist actually is there right now representing, because we always try to at least have somebody there.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the Montage, there's 585 Holiday Hardcore, I think is what it is.
Okay.
Falsifier, White Tides. It's a brutal show. Junexa, that's who our bassist is really excited to go see.
Nice.
They're from Syracuse.
Oh yeah, Syracuse only is it's an hour away.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And there's a lot of talent out there too.
Yeah.
We wanna play Syracuse.
Yeah. Syracuse, Buffalo.
Syracuse,
Bring
Buffalo.
it.
These guys here, bring
it.
these guys to your cities.
Anywhere.
100%. Let's play.
We'll play wherever.
Let's do it. Yeah.
We'll play in your basement.
You know, I've heard some funny things. You know, there's a couple people that said maybe, you know, they went to people's houses, like they threw a party and they played at their houses. I mean, have you guys done anything like that
We've
crazy
thought about
yet,
it.
or- Yeah?
We've definitely thought
We
about
actually
it.
were offered a show at one point to do that, but we turned it down because we had too much going on at the time.
Yeah, we didn't want to oversaturate.
We got a couple, so we have one here from Emma. Can Jordan see through that mask?
Hey, Jordan,
Yes, I can.
have you heard this question before?
Yes, I can. I can
Victoria
see
says,
this
hi,
little bit."
guys. And we have Zookeeper from the M-Bomb Effect show. He goes, didn't tell any of the crew we were starting this early. No, that's actually because we're doing this segment here with these guys. The show, the main show is going to be done later on tonight, probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock p.m. But right now we're focusing on perspectives. So,
Get a
yeah.
little bit of perspective on perspectives.
Just a little.
You guys would play a house party. That'd be crazy. You know what I
We've
mean?
honestly thought about it
Hell yeah.
at the house. It's just hard with the three kids there. We kind of have to figure out how we can have
Yeah.
that happen and still.
Right.
But yeah, it's definitely been a thought on our mind. We have a lot of fans that would love to come over and chill, and you know,
Not only
we'll
that,
bring
but
all the
we've-
new ones too.
We've been working hard on getting this EP done.
That's
and
damn
you know, then
straight.
booking shows and you know, trying to get our merch set and everything else. We got a lot to prepare for this EP, and we've
Yeah.
literally just thrown ourselves headfirst at it.
Yeah.
And we're kind of now just starting to get to the point where we can be like, all right, now what?
Right.
Yes.
So this is now where we're excited to start doing hopefully things like that where we can have some fun and go, maybe go play a birthday party or
Right.
Whatever. Who knows?
We'll play birthday parties.
Pantera got
We'll
signed
totally,
at a birthday
right.
party, so
we'll
that'd
totally
be cool.
play birthday parties.
Oh, yeah, 8-year-old
Back there.
child's birthday
Yeah,
party.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
got perspectives in his backyard.
Hey, why not? No, it'll be Willow's.
There you go. Hey, you
We had
know that's gonna
his,
happen.
His girlfriend's daughter came to one of our shows, and she was 4.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean she still is 4.
She had little headphones
she
on.
had her whole. She was cute.
and she's in the circle pit with her mom, just
That's awesome.
sitting there.
Yeah, that's when we say all ages. We mean all ages.
Yeah.
Actually, Aries came to one of our
Absolutely.
shows too.
Right,
Our
Aries came to the
drummer's
show.
like little baby. He's so cute.
The little baby.
Jeez.
But yeah, everybody has a good time.
Now, what's your I don't know, what's the bands you get motivated, inspired, mostly by?
You can start.
The whole
There's
thing is
so
that like
many.
we all have our own individual.
Another reason why
settings,
we're perspectives
you know?
is because all of us have different perspectives on music.
Right.
Right.
Ryan Reen will listen to Inertia, and he'll listen to Lorna Shore, Signs of the Swarm, but he'll also listen to Token and Tom McDonald. Then we'll listen to old 90s rap.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a fan of the Killing Him Softly with His Hands.
Okay.
I can't remember. The Fugees. I love all sorts of music, and then you got Cody, who's Trivium, and then you go into
that's a
like,
band I haven't heard in a
Infant
while.
Annihilator.
Annihilator,
He's all over the place.
Sleepers,
Oh, man.
freaking Chelsea Grin, and then you go to him, and it's
Cane Hill and Slipknot, and
Yeah, man. Slipknot.
I'm all over the place. But
Slipknot is one of our absolute
Crystal
favorites.
Lake is another
I
big
don't
one
know
for
if
us.
you can tell.
Yeah.
Not at all.
You guys like Mudvayne and all that too?
Oh yeah,
man.
Chad
Oh, yeah.
Gray is absolutely amazing.
It's been a minute, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I also dig Hell Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
hell yeah.
Hell
You
Yeah's
know,
been
he's
cool.
he's in that band now. I
Sucks
know
that
he's-
Vinnie Paul died.
Yeah,
But-
100%. R.I.P. Vinnie Hall. Vinnie Paul.
There's been a lot of losses in the metal scene, which is unfortunate. You know, Slipknot had a couple losses there, and it's just it's very
It's unfortunate, but it's just
even in that, I mean, freaking the Gray Chapter, man. I mean, they didn't end. They didn't stop like everybody
Right.
thought was going to happen. They said, "Oh shit, we lost somebody. Here it is. Here's what we feel right now."
right.
which is
and
what
we
they've
were-
pretty much always done.
We're just like, okay, we got you, Slipknot. We know what that's all about. Like,
Yeah.
let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm supposed to swear.
No, yeah, it's the internet.
wanna make sure.
There is no censorship
good.
on the internet. Our show is exactly as it is. You get what you see.
All right.
You get what you get.
In other words, no fucking around here.
Good. Not one bit of fucking around with
No
us.
fuckery.
No,
All right, I got
not
you.
at all.
I love that word. I'm sorry.
What, fuckery?
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
It's a good
George
word, right?
Carlin,
Anyway.
dude.
George Carlin.
Watching George Carlin, Richard Pryor, like comedy, honestly, has helped me
Right.
a lot too. So like that word fuck. Honestly, the way that you can say fucking and fuck this shit and like just changing it in different ways to put it into a sentence, it's just awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are talking about, you know, going through some stuff and all that and the real side of it. But, you know, there, of course, comes the coping mechanisms and some of that stuff, you know, I myself included, you know, sometimes you just got to make fun of, like, something in order
Oh,
to, like,
100%.
get yourself through that mindset of, like, okay, this sucks. But you also got to laugh about certain things, too, you know. Like I
We're all on
always
the
say,
same ball.
laughter is, you know, the best medicine.
We're all still rolling on the same ball.
Yep.
Same time. We're just dealing with different things.
Exactly. So I mean, it's just it's definitely one of those things. Like you were talking about mental illness. One of the things that we bring up here on the show quite often is mental illness, and
Good.
we have a lot of stuff that we show all the time. You know, like there was a fight in Walmart here in Rochester, and I know you said you watched
Yeah,
that.
I watched that episode, and
Um,
it's crazy, man.
It's crazy.
I
but-
love this city, and the thing is, like, my uncle drove me around one day and was just like, you know that your uncle did, your great grandfather built this and this, that, and the third. And he's like, this used to be bright and shiny, and
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to it. And it's sad, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, how did we make such a beautiful city so? And it just takes a few changes to make that come back to what it's supposed to be.
Right.
And I'm hoping that that's what all of this is leading to.
Yeah. You know, and the one thing I love, you know, is they are actually doing something with our city, you know, and not just in the community, but like actually doing something with the skyscrapers downtown, with the lights and all that. That's freaking beautiful, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems like they're actually putting an effort again, which
Yeah.
is great. I mean, I work downtown, so I mean, I'm right on Monroe Ave.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I'm all over the city. So I mean, it seems like it's getting there.
Yeah.
But you know, it's going to be a slow process.
It's a
still
process.
Have
city.
a
It's a
thousand
big city.
potholes that we'll never touch, but don't worry.
You're
That's
right.
Rochester.
There's a lot of potholes.
That's
I mean,
Potchester, if you will.
dude,
From where the
yeah.
money's in.
I mean, what are you gonna do, you know? But the city has a lot to offer, and like I said,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, the music scene and all
100%.
that. It's just it's insane.
You know, I mean, even the young bands, it seems like they're
Driven.
Yeah.
White Tides, like I keep saying it, and I know I wear this shirt constantly,
there
but
you
like
go.
they are one of the youngest bands in Rochester, and they slaughter it every time, to the point where Great American Ghost pulled Cole, the vocalist, up on stage to do one of their songs
Wow.
with them, and it was just like incredible, because
Yeah.
it's just like, wow, dude, like it makes me really, really happy, because honestly, everybody in this scene has been driven more and more and more and more and more. It's just growing.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have been playing since you guys were teenagers at this point. I mean, you guys were doing this stuff back in high school, you know,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
garage
Yeah.
bands and stuff like that. So, I mean, you play guitar and all that. Have you delved into other instruments as well? Like,
Yeah. Actually, I just sent the boys a little guitar thing. He just got a guitar for Christmas, and it's an electric acoustic.
ooh,
And that's normally what my dad taught me on.
yeah,
So I play bass a lot, but when I can grab an acoustic guitar, I can play it way better than an electric. But I just kind of come up with these little tiny harmonies, or I'll just be like, "Hey Jordan, you should do." It's musician shit, just like
Yeah.
you want to delve into all of it because it's part of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I absolutely love playing the bass. I can finger pick. I can pick.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, I used to play, a little bit of drums or whatever back in the day, and I just stopped. Never got into guitar, though.
Really?
That's one thing I never picked up. I messed around with keyboards, pianos, even stuff on the computer, like synthesizers, digital art workstations, and stuff like that. But the one thing I never did was get into guitar. So, there's probably people out there that...
It's a little weird as a metalhead to not even pick up...
Isn't it, though?
Yeah,
Isn't it weird?
Honestly, yeah.
But, like, there's people out there that want to learn guitar. I mean, but there's also, like, like you were talking about the younger kids and all that. What would be something that you would maybe recommend doing if somebody was trying to get into guitar?
Into guitar?
Yeah, or any instrument, to be honest with you.
Pick one up. Please.
Well, realistically, I mean, especially if it's your first instrument, I definitely recommend starting on piano.
Yeah.
Because it teaches you a lot about notes and progressions.
True.
And not only that, but using both hands. And, being somebody who's studied music literally since I was a kid, I've taken music theory for years, went to college for music, even though I don't necessarily play things, I can still write using these instruments, So as far as playing guitar goes, and probably a large part of the reason why you didn't, and I'm not saying that this is as a lack of character or anything, but it's something that you need to put a lot of time towards. I mean, guitar is especially is something that you're not just going to pick up and learn.
You can't.
You have to be like, I want to do this. I mean, back in high school when and everything, I would be... I'd go home and I'd play for like 8 hours a day if I could. I'd come home from school, I'd do my homework, and I'd play guitar. Then I'd go eat dinner, come back upstairs, play guitar until I went to bed.
Yeah.
Days, for weeks on end, and that was just because I really had nothing else to do.
Right.
But, I found an outlet, and I feel like that's a lot of it too. Something I also feel like, I don't know if you felt this way, but this like called to me, it was like, this is what I want to do. This is my way to express myself.
Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to express myself and be honestly a vocalist. And it was just so cool to actually have that opportunity to be able to speak my mind, but then work with what he gave me to then create. Because he created the story, I just created the characters to go along with it.
Right.
I felt what he felt, we felt together, and that's what made what it was. So, like, that's how it worked. And to go along with the piano, it's kind of funny. I never really thought about it till now. But at my grandmother's house, there was a piano in the living room, or in the dining room, and I would go there at whatever age and just play stupid little drum things. So like, I mean, you just get a little bit of rhythm, and I tell people that all the time, like he said earlier, we go and talk to people, and that's on Facebook. I'll see somebody go, oh, I'm having such a shitty day, and I'll just be like, what's going on? And they're like, I don't know you. I don't care.
Right.
Speak to me. Let's
we're
talk about this.
We're here to make you
What's
smile,
going on?
man. Like, that's the whole point. We want to put a smile on your face.
Yeah.
That's good to hear, though, man, because a lot of people, like, they kind of just, like, they look at somebody who's depressed and go, oh, you know what, just cheer up. And they just kind of avoid it, you know what I mean? They just, they sidestep
Or they don't
it.
say anything, it's...
Or that too, yeah.
Especially somebody who goes through it, that's the most frustrating thing in the world.
And you never know who's actually going through it. That's the scariest part.
You're right.
You can't have one person go, oh my God, I'm gonna, and then you're like, they're just playing, Cry Wolf. And then they go up and
attention.
Yeah, and they're seeking attention. Like, no.
Yeah.
Obviously, they are for a reason.
Right.
So do something. Like.
Yeah, I mean, it's very. Mental illness is it's so intricate, and there's all kind, like you said, anxiety and all that.
There's no real right answer.
No. Right. But when people think of somebody depressed and all that, they think of like somebody who's frowning all the time. It's like the typical sadness, but that's not how it is.
If anything, it's the sad clown aspect of it. It's like you see this aspect, but when they take off the makeup, what's really going on behind that makeup?
Right. Have you guys watched Joker at all? The new movie that came out?
It's literally my favorite movie.
Me too.
Everybody, I'm like, please just buy this one movie for me.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that I looked at and I'm just like, you know what?
I almost cried.
It's raw, it's real, and it's
I told
no
him
joke.
he's got to watch it too.
I'm gonna just.
And Cody did it on stage at the Bug Jar show. You haven't seen it yet, but literally that first part where Joker goes like this and does the smile.
Yeah.
Cody did that on stage. Has never seen the movie.
Really?
So right before Smile, he did that, and I was just like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, we have a caller in here. Hello, caller. How's it going?
It is going very well. It's Austin.
Hey, Austin. What's up, man?
What's up?
It's going good.
Nice, man. We're here with Perspectives. You got anything to say to them?
Well, first off, I just want to say you guys are amazing. I admire the fact that you are reaching out to Rochester, and
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like the fact that you guys are discussing about like people with mental illness, and then I know you're talking about like people that are struggling and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's amazing that music like really can bring out the best in people.
Oh, you're right.
100%.
Always.
I agree too, man. It's like there's certain songs that'll change your mood. I don't know.
Oh, 100%.
And it's just
I agree
like if
with
you're
that.
low and you listen to something that's like upbeat and all that, your mood changes.
Yeah.
But it also could go the other way around. If you're having a good day,
When you're a good artist and you know how, this is going to sound like this when you're angry. But if you're sad,
Right.
you're not going to want to listen to this.
Right.
Like, that's beautiful, man. That's
it
art.
is. It
That's
is.
what it is.
They did their job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, like me and my mom when if we're going out somewhere, she'll listen to like Disturbed
Oh yeah.
to get her pumping.
My mom was the same way. She loved Drowning Pool. Anytime the bodies came on, you saw the hair flipping, and it was literally long ass hair flying.
Oh yeah.
Mom was the reason why I got pushed into this. So hell yeah.
Hey, thanks for calling in, Austin, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, and God bless you guys.
Thanks, brother.
Take it easy, man. Yeah, I just, man. So you and I went to high school and all that. He knows that I've had long hair. I do miss that aspect. Ever since cutting it and all that, I do miss the headbanging aspect of it.
We've literally been looking at each other going, I want to cut my hair. But do we want to cut our hair?
No.
We do, but
No.
Yeah.
it definitely,
The day that I stop going up on stage is the day I'll cut my hair
100%.
out.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things, man. Like when it comes to hair, it's like, I don't know. It was like cool at first, and then it got in my face and all that. And that's what the same thing, right?
Dude, when I'm singing or screaming and it's going in my mouth when I'm trying to
That's
do
annoying.
You're just
Right?
in that awkward length. That's why.
it. It
went
really
through that
is.
Too.
This is true, but I cut it
Remember
once.
the booger
That's
story?
Right. But I cut
Oh.
it because I went through the whole, oh my God, she broke up. I'm Britney Spears. So, like, it was gone, and then it's getting there. It's about there.
Yeah.
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 A little bit more. My hair is like longer than it's ever been at this
100%.
point.
I actually, I grew out my hair the end of 2017. I shaved the sides and the back and all that, but kept the top long, and I had that pretty long
That's
too.
what I got going
Is that what-
too,
yeah, that's
right?
what you got going, and I noticed that too. And I had that for quite a while, and then I just I didn't know what else to do with it. I'm like, okay, I got bored,
Yeah.
and then I just was like, all right,
I'm kind of at a point because I've had it since 2014, 2013, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
And it's just progressively getting thinner.
Is it really?
Because
Dude,
it started
for real,
like here.
though. For real.
and it's
We're not
gotten
young.
thinner. Well, no, not even that. It's just because over time of cutting it, you
Well,
you
yeah.
catch a
This
little
is
bit
true.
here, you mess up a little bit. I mean, I mostly cut my hair myself, but
Yeah.
it's gotten to that point where it's like I almost want to get it wider, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to commit to another 3-4 year growing process.
Oh, it's a pain in the ass. Let me tell you.
Dude, I know.
Like you said, you were talking
When
about
you
the
get to
awkward
those
stage.
Stupid fucking
God.
spots.
Like
where
I'm
you're just
like finally getting to the point where I'm happy with the length of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's enough of it that it covers enough. So
Yeah, I
it is
mean,
what it is at this point.
My
It's
girl
not
wanted
going anywhere.
wanted to cut my hair, and I felt bad because I was like, I want you to cut my hair.
Right.
But if you cut it at a weird length, then I'm gonna look like a 12-year-old boy.
I know,
'Cause
it's
it's
like-
got that bowl cut look. And you're just like, all right, now let's
It's
take
like
the
Mo
picture.
from the Three
Yeah,
Stooges.
let's take a family picture. with
Hey, all of a sudden
G.
you hear, "Hey Mo," It's
Yeah.
like, oh, come on, dude.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
what's
Hey,
happening
Larry.
here.
100%.
Yeah, dude. So it's like those awkward stages really suck.
I'm sorry, everything's awkward when everybody thinks I look like Mac from It's Always Sunny without the mask.
Well, what are you gonna do? You
I
know.
just want a bag of chimichangas, like a garbage bag full of chimichangas.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, you guys, what are you guys listening to now? I mean, anything new? Anybody that's new?
All of anything that's come out this year has been absolutely ridiculous. The new Varials album is great. The new Kettle Decapitation is insane. Dead Awake, our boys from Illinois, they
Okay.
just put out a beautiful album. It's pretty crazy seeing all of these bands that I once booked starting to really shine.
Right.
And it's
I can imagine,
crazy, honestly.
Fire from the gods. Too.
Fire from the gods, right? Well,
Kane Hill put
that's
out
the
that
thing.
you,
I'm trying to
Kill
come
the
through
Sun
all
this
the other
year,
ones.
too.
Yeah.
Fire from the Gods is one of our absolute top on that list, though.
Yeah, that album was great.
Kill the Sun has been on repeat. Kane Hill.
Okay.
It's an acoustic.
It's
EP.
an acoustic EP, but it's
Phenomenal.
really like
It's
if
phenomenal.
you really listen into what they're talking about. Yes, they're talking about this, but they're talking about this, and it's just I always have
Honestly,
a fascination with that.
On the topic, I mean, and this kind of goes hand in hand with the whole mental illness thing, but they have a song called Save Me on there, and it hits home for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And the song Kill the Sun as well, but I mean, he says, don't try to save me, wait for me to save myself.
Okay.
And
It's a good message, though.
right, but
Right.
before the CB came out, I was like, man, because Wage War,
We're so sick.
I'm
of
so sick of hearing people saying, save me, I need to be
Please,
saved. And like there's a
help.
line in one of our songs that says, save yourself.
Right.
You're not helpless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not so much that I'm saying get over it. It's more along the lines of, at the end of the day, you need to be the one to pick yourself up.
Right.
You know, and
I agree.
if you sit there and you sit in that mentality of, I'm depressed, I'm upset, this is going on, and you focus on those negatives, you're
go
gonna
in
stay in that negative.
hole.
You know, and the only person who can change your perspective is you.
No pun intended.
100%.
Intended.
Okay, well, there you go.
But that's the thing.
No,
is that
but
word
that's
comes out
literally
so much though.
The root of this band. That's what this was
Yeah,
founded on. Like what this
100%.
was started on, the backbone. You know, it's
Yeah.
literally our mantra. You know, is the positivity, the aggression, positivity through aggression.
Positivity
you know,
through aggression is what
being
we've
the
pushed.
change, and that's not necessarily being like societal or whatever. It's
Yeah.
literally being your own, like making the change for yourself, for the better,
Yeah.
for your family, for the better. You know, like that's really what this is about.
Save
Yeah.
yourself because nobody else is gonna do it for you.
You're right, and it's just the same thing with like addiction and all that. The person themselves have to just get themselves motivated and they want to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
But the help and all that, you got to take
You're a
it.
slave to your own mind. That's the
Right.
whole thing. Is that if you get caught in that, and I'm victim of it myself. I mean, very much so. I deal with it all the time. But
You are your own worst enemy.
that's very true. But what's the line in the chorus of Back to Life? It's I'm forgetting. They already buried me.
Oh, hold on. Virus. Some would call it sick. Medication. Hold on. Virus. Some would call it sickness.
We're
Medication.
drawing a blank right now.
Contagious,
okay.
twisted, beaten, battered, bruised, stapled, nailed, and screwed. Grinding down with broken smiles, despite your point of view.
See, now you can't even
Yeah.
remember.
See, I'm.
Oh,
But
no.
I'm pretty sure it's
right
it's,
there, too.
It's the whole basically it's the whole save yourself thing.
Save yourself. They already buried me.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it is. And what that literally means is that everybody else will write you off. Not to say everybody will,
Right.
but at the end of the day, when everybody does, and you're only left with yourself, it's up to you to get back up, which is the whole back to life
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
altogether. It's not necessarily, literally, but it's about finding a way to pick yourself up and get to it.
No
you
man,
know?
even if you're not, you can't smile throughout the day. You got to make sure that you're bringing yourself back up.
Yeah.
You got to take care of yourself before all.
It's important.
Always care about everybody else, but
Right.
you're number one. If you can't be there, then you can't help anyone else. It's
Right. Now,
it's right there.
it's funny that you brought that up because I was at Wegmans the other night, and I happened to go out the exit, and I was looking at the poster they have. Was it Danny Wegman Sr.? Mm-hmm. He passed away back in 06, God rest his soul anyways.
Yes.
They have a quote there that he said. It was something about, don't think of yourself and always help others. Mm-hmm. But the one thing I have a problem with that is if you don't think of yourself,
Right.
you
You're
can't
not
let yourself
truly
go.
thinking of others.
Right. You can't. What's the saying? You can't love somebody else unless you love yourself.
Exactly.
Don't be selfless, don't be selfish, but
Right.
That's-
There,
yeah.
there needs to be a point of stability for yourself too,
Yes.
and on all counts, meaning financially, mentally, whatever it be. But
Agreed.
and
Yeah.
this is very much a very close to home topic for myself because this is something I've literally been going through the last few months. And I mean, I just said I feel better today than I have literally in months. And they're right there.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
yeah.
I forgot where I was going with that, but
That's okay, man.
I kind of lost that one. But it is though. It's point blank. You know, you can't get away from it.
It hits home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly.
The name of our EP.
Like the reason why this EP is called Home is because home is a whole other thing you can look at as a different perspective.
Yeah.
Home is your family. Home is your girlfriend.
Oh.
Home is your band. Home is your.
Yeah.
So like, that's why we pushed for it, is because this is our home, and we want to take care of it. Rochester is our home.
I agree.
We want to take care of it.
You know, I'm sure you guys agree with me. The weather's not the greatest.
Oh my God.
You know.
Yeah,
and
but everybody forgets how to drive, and we've
Oh,
lived
yeah.
here for years. But
Snowflakes
it's
fall.
snowing!
It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
They see one snowflake drop from the sky, and it's like, wait a
all
minute, how did I
over.
drive? How do I drive again?
Right.
Oh wait, I'm
I
behind
need bread. I need to make sure that I have bread throughout the whole house.
Oh yeah, that video. I gotta get the milk. I gotta get the bread. It's like, you know what though? But that's the thing. There is people that act that crazy
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
And it's like, yeah, there's.
It's scary. You're like, I don't want to drive because of these people. It's not even the weather at this point. It's
Right.
just, I know
I'll,
you're
I'll
going
take
to be
I'll take on the conditions over the people.
Yeah, I
Deal
mean,
with some snow.
I don't know, to touch upon the whole Danny Wegmans thing. I don't know if you saw, but there's I don't know the tattoo company, but they actually were doing Danny Wegmans tattoos as a tribute to Rochester.
Really?
Because Wegmans is where we all go.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
They got Danny Wegmans' face with like corpse paint all across, like, so that he looks like a black metal singer, because death metal and Rochester, or metal in Rochester in general, is. And Wegmans is all Rochester and
Yeah.
the thing.
So I
So
just need to put a garbage plate.
Garbage
and they'll be all
plate.
set.
Genesee, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
it's we have a lot of different, like, you know, it's like Rochester has its own culture.
100%.
The food, the drinks, the music scene, and just in general, just the people like getting together and just, you know, all these festivals. Like the Lilac Festival is definitely one of those things that people from around the world, the whole world, like knows about it.
right.
And like you have people from Japan and like Europe and all that just coming here to see that.
Right.
That's
And
crazy.
Isn't it crazy
That's
though?
crazy.
Like Rochester was like the biggest thing for Kodak,
Yeah.
but now it's like, you know, Kodak's kind of gone
No,
away a
we're
little
out.
bit.
More known about garbage plates at this point.
At this point, yeah,
Any
Rochester.
band that comes in, I'm just like, do you guys know what a garbage plate is? And they're like, inform us of this garbage plate you speak of.
Or if you go to like a restaurant in like, you know, say Columbus, Ohio, or something like that, and you ask for a Zweigels, they're like, "Wait, what the hell is a Zweigel?"
Right. What did you
Right.
just say?
What is that?
Did you sneeze?
Right. Yeah. Bless you.
Yeah, Zweigels is like they're missing out.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
100%.
But it's just Rochester in itself is it's such a huge melting pot
Yeah.
of like the metal scene. You got local rap artists. You know, I had a guy, Charlie Manson. That's his stage name. He was on the phones with us like months ago, and just his story. You know, like how he's grown up in Rochester and all that stuff. It was pretty eye opening. You know, so everyone has their own story here.
100%.
You know? And it's like everyone's living their own movie here.
Yeah.
You know.
What's crazy is that, like, I mean, Rochester's
touch upon
huge too.
Joker.
I mean,
Exactly.
I like it.
I mean, you got the east side, the west side. You know, you got Greece, Webster. I mean, all over. I mean,
Yeah.
Fairport. I mean,
Fairport,
you got all
Penfield.
kinds of, and like,
And
it's like all
different
different towns have
cultures
different people, like
in the
different
different-
kinds of
yeah.
people in
It's
them.
weird.
And we
isn't
all
it?
know
Yeah.
it too.
It's
That's
crazy.
the weirdest part is we're just
Right,
like,
and it's
yeah,
all labeled.
I know
we all
who
know
you
who's
are.
where.
I know where
Yeah.
you're from.
I know where you're from. Like we were, my wife and I were in Henrietta today. We're running some errands and all that, and it's like Henrietta is like a labyrinth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The roads, even on the expressway, just to get off these certain exits, and you got
It's
to turn
horrible.
right, and it's like, oh my god.
And they just changed half of them.
I know they did.
Right. Right.
Like the 390, 490 interchange is all completely different now. Like Lyle Ave is all different. Like it's all
Yeah,
it's
dude.
a mess.
It's like we're from this area, but like as soon as I go to Henrietta, I'm lost. I don't know where I'm going. I'm asking my wife like where to go. You know, she lived in Henrietta for not too long, but you know she lived there and stuff like that for a bit. But yeah, I mean Henrietta is its own entity
Yeah.
when it comes down to it. But yeah, I mean Rochester has all kinds of different people and it's all different towns. And like you said, like you know where certain people are from.
100%. And when you go into Spencerport, you know you're going to see this. When you go into this town, you know you're going to see this.
Oh,
when
yeah.
you go into this part of the downtown Rochester, you know you're going to see this. And it's just, it is cool.
Like Monroe Ave alone.
Right.
Let me just say
right.
this: Monroe
What
Ave
a
alone
stretch
is like
of
its
road.
own ecosystem.
It's awesome, though.
Aaron's Alley is
love
right
it.
next to
It's great. I
this,
love
to
it,
the
man. I love
comic
it.
book store. to the
Steadfast
food.
Tattoo. You
Right.
got what's that bar down there?
Oh, jeez, I can't remember.
Oh, shit, I kinda
No,
see.
not Jeremiah's Tattoo. Actually, speaking of bar, I can't believe they just got rid of Murphy's Law over here on Empire Boulevard.
Really?
Oh,
I
Yeah, I
didn't
did
know
see about
that.
Yeah.
I heard about
No
that.
shit.
Over on Empire Boulevard, yeah, they
Wow.
closed down, and then of course Mario's over there
Mm-hmm.
closed down. My guess is they're gonna put more like apartment buildings over there.
Yeah.
Most likely.
It's
We're really
crazy.
good about that.
Yeah,
We
oh yeah,
make
put more
homes.
housing tracks.
Right.
But it's crazy. Like Murphy's Law wasn't even there that long.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
I wish I would have gone, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad because if I did like the atmosphere there, I would have been pissed. Be like, oh, no
Right.
shit, there
Right.
goes a hangout.
Exactly.
Another place that is cool, but it's really not really hopping. It's this place called Silver Ball Saloon over in East Rochester.
I've actually seen a few shows happening that actually might be where the Diluted show is happening tonight. The Toys for Tots show.
Yeah.
We haven't been there in a long
East
time at all.
Rochester?
Yeah, East Rochester.
it?
It's
Okay,
right
so
down the
it's
street
not
from the Village Fair.
I know
That's
that
right
it's headed.
around the corner from our house. So like, I'm
Really?
surprised I didn't
Well,
see
then
it.
we need to
Yeah.
go investigate.
Yes, we do.
I mean, it's a neat little atmosphere. They have
Yeah.
like fucking pinball machines
shit.
upstairs and everything, man. They got darts. You play
Have to
pool.
check it out.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go on a little
Yeah,
field
we're
trip
we're
soon.
not much drinkers, but we definitely like
No,
to go
not
and
at
have
all.
a good time. So
No, man, it's
I'm totally down.
yeah, it's not a bad place to go. Hang out. Of course, you got Coach over in Webster.
Mm-hmm.
So
Bunch of good
yeah, you meet a lot of people over at Coach.
I'm sure.
That
I haven't
was-
been there in a long time.
No, we haven't either. Yeah, the one time
Honestly,
we
I
went
can't even tell you
there.
last time I was in the Village of Webster. It's
No?
been a minute. I'm only ever on this side of town.
Yeah, I don't hang out there much over there. I don't hang out that much over there anymore.
The only
but-
bar I really went to was Pineapple Jack's because
Oh my God, I haven't been there
That
in
one's
years.
fun. That's a fun stage
that's
to play.
it's a great
Is it?
stage.
It's a
to
kind of a
play.
scary
It's
stage to
good.
play, but it's a fun stage to play because there's big metal bars.
You're
And
right,
It's like,
yeah.
especially being somebody who has expensive equipment and my guitar is like something that is part of me live. So I'm like moving it around and
Right.
doing
He
stuff.
doesn't
So
sit
it's like
still. So if it
I'm
hits
very
anything,
ADD.
it's done.
I know, and then
struggling
those
just sitting
expensive
here right now.
guitars too.
right. I mean, and that's my baby. That
Yeah.
one especially. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it, but that V with the rib cage, man, that thing is nothing comes between that thing and me.
Oh, man.
We all
You know.
hold it when we're going.
Right,
down the
I'm like,
stairs.
don't
It's
you
like,
break
it's
it,
fine.
'cause
It's
dude,
fine.
I've-
It's all right. I'm gonna
I've
put it
already
down.
had
You
to put-
fine? I'm good.
I've had to re-glue pieces back on. I've had to repaint it, dude. I mean, if you actually really look at it, you can see how much damage has been done. I mean,
There's
I've had it
those
since
things,
the year
little
after. I
cracks
mean,
and
2011. I got that guitar.
Yeah.
I'm still rocking it. I played it every single show I've ever played,
Mhm.
except for maybe one or two with the Unlearning.
Oh yeah.
But beyond that, that's my one and only that I've had forever. And yeah, being on that stage is like scary because you make one wrong move, you're breaking a whole.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a V, so I'm gonna break that whole thing right off.
But it's also cool
but-
because then you got right here, you got the stairs that
It's
go
high,
down into
too.
the crowd, which is really sweet.
Right.
The only
Yeah.
downside to that place is 21 and older.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one
Yeah.
thing I did notice when I
But
went
they
there.
that
also-
undercuts anybody that really wants to come and see something.
Right, you guys are
random.
all
And especially
ages.
since the
Right.
big push right now is the younger scene.
Right.
It feels like anyways.
Well,
at
you
least
need
at the
it,
shows that
man.
we've been. But it seems like there's younger crowds starting to come out again, which is great.
Yeah.
But and we're seeing new faces too, which is the other awesome thing.
See,
that's
Not
awesome.
all the same people at every show.
Hunter DeBranch, I think that's his name. He came to the first show, or not our first show, but Aphasia. When he came to Aphasia, 16-year-old, three 16-year-olds. They came up to us and they were just like, "We love your message. The positivity's awesome. We're actually thinking of starting a band." And I was like, "Do it. Like
Yeah.
we need more of that."
Inspire
and
those
it's
people.
just
Don't be better than us.
right. don't you do it?
Shots fired over here.
Don't you do it?
No, do it. I challenge
do
you.
it, please.
Please.
Go crazy.
Yeah.
I want
So
to see everybody succeed.
Yeah, man, and that was just so cool because like I've never experienced that, and for somebody to just come up and be like, I understood exactly what you were saying when you were screaming. I understood what you were saying. It's not like you're getting jumbled into
right.
like that type of stuff. You
Yeah.
can't understand what the hell you're saying, and I love that stuff. But like that's kind of my point, is trying to make sure that you hear the message and the lyrics. For feedback like that from a younger audience, I'm doing my job. I'm
I
happy.
agree.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
No, I agree, man.
Reminds
You
me of the
know.
old lady.
What?
So that reminds me of the old lady.
Oh yeah, dude. the old lady at United Artistry.
Oh, not even that.
Oh, not her.
No, not her.
No?
The one that
Okay.
I ran into when I was at work.
Uh-oh.
Oh, go for
the
that.
flatline
Yeah.
thing. I was doing a job and I had to get sent next door to do a repair on some lady's carpet, and her actual carpet.
Oh, jeez.
Thought I'd clarify real
Let's
quick.
clarify the
But I mean,
carpets here.
she was probably in her 70s, and
Yeah.
obviously doesn't listen to metal. Has and coming into somebody's house like that with a kid with tattoos and long hair, kind of already have that preconceived notion.
Stigmatism.
And we got to talking, and I mean, she kind of, when I walked in there, she kind of had this like don't want to say stank to her, but she was not happy, you
Okay.
know. And I got to talking to her, you know, and I told her I was in a band, and she told me that, you know, one of her relatives or something. We got to talking about it. And long story short, I brought Flatline up, and I explained the whole meaning behind it, you know, with losing my dad and losing his mom, and she just started crying.
Really?
Like bawling
Yeah.
tears, right? And I'm just like, what did I just do? You know, and but it was one of those moments where it was like, you know, she was telling me like her husband had recently passed away, and you know, the message, you know, I was just explaining to her, you know, what the song was, and you know, and it wasn't even really like I got that in depth with it, but she just started pouring it out, and you know, talking about, you know, how her grandkids were saying something about like wanting to go like take a plane up to heaven to see him,
Oh,
and like
man.
all these things, and to make a connection without even playing a note.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
To
just
just
the
talk
message
about what
behind
it
that,
is.
it proves how powerful this is, you know,
Yeah.
and to your point,
Yeah.
you know, getting that point across is that important to us.
100%.
You know,
every single time.
Yeah, when you affect people in positive ways like that, and just
In
like they understand
so many
you.
different ages too. That's the so like I was trying to when United Artistry. We had this old couple right in front, and the little old lady was just sitting in the chair rocking out. Whole time
yeah.
I'm sitting
That's
there,
awesome,
and
man.
I'm like, all right, cool. And she came up to me and she was like, I need to get a picture with you. And I'm like, all right, cool. So she grabs me, she pulls me close, and she goes, what'd she say to me? She goes, don't worry, something about my husband. And she kisses my cheek, and I'm just like, all right, that was awesome. That was the first encounter I've ever had. But like the fact that she was like that happy with like the
I remember
performance,
that.
I was
remember
starstruck
that.
at that point. I was just like, hell yeah, man! If I can do that, it was
Yeah.
cool.
No, I know, man.
That was an outside venue too. That was
Was
really
it?
cool. It was 585 Rock and Burger Bar. I think
Really?
that place needs to be talked about a lot more too.
I never even heard
that was
about
one
it,
of
so
the,
I'm glad
the
to.
coolest shows I've
So
ever played.
so cool, man.
It would have been a lot cooler if we could have played at night.
Yeah, 100%.
But I loved it. It
Yeah.
was one of the best experiences.
Yeah,
I've ever had.
everybody there.
The show itself, I mean,
Yeah,
it was
everybody
a family
there
vibe.
to the bands
Oh, it was great.
hanging out and just shooting the shit the whole show.
Yeah.
To then seeing those same bands up front watching the shows that you're putting on.
Yeah.
For us to then be on the other side watching what they're doing. That's what you want, man. You want everybody to be a part of
Everybody
it.
supporting
Yeah.
everybody.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
That's really what it is, and that's what those shows are, and that's
Yeah.
what we're playing another show from the same guy, Jed Seaver, on
United
in
Artistry
January.
Winter
It's another one of
Sucks.
those shows.
All right.
So it's gonna be a hell of a lot of fun. you
Yeah.
know.
That's going to be at the Comedy at the Carlson,
Okay.
January 26th. Like I said, Soma Slumber, likewise Nate Marlowe, Unwill. There's a ton. There's literally, if you put in United Artistry Winter Sucks, there'll be an event page. Just click on that, say going, or, you know, if you
Going.
want to just
No, you're going.
go.
You're going.
Definitely go.
You're going.
Hitting the button and you're going.
There's awesome food. There's like,
We'll come pick you
what
up.
was it, like 30 freaking vendors the last time? There
Something
was just
like that, yeah.
there was rocks and there was sprays and there was art and
Yeah,
there
that's
was
crazy.
CBDs and there
They
was
got
just
it all.
it was to see your community in that one area celebrating music and art all in one area. It's you can't ask for anything better. And Jed
Right.
Seaver's a lot to do with that. He put
He's the
together
man.
that whole thing, and it's been blowing up every year. It's just gotten better and better.
See, that's awesome, man. Like I said, that Labyrinth Agency was they're promoters.
Mm-hmm.
They're brand new. We went to Montage, or no, I'm sorry, not Montage. The Main Street Armory had a show there in August, and like you said, they had all these vendors there. My buddy Ghost, who was on the show, he bought a $200 painting. It was like
There you go.
half of Guy Fawkes mask and half Joker.
Nice.
Pretty sweet, you know.
That is
Wow,
sweet.
that
and
is
these
really
are
cool.
these are people that are local artists, you know,
Right.
doing these things up and
Photo City Improv.
Yeah, we
like I
went
was
there
telling
once
you,
too.
Their pictures and stuff. The paintings are
Yeah.
all local paintings, and you can buy them off the walls.
Sounds like the Bug Jar.
Yeah. Wait. You can
Bug
buy
Jar's
stuff at
all-
the Bug Jar too. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. All I know
Well,
is
I
that
don't know.
there's-
I haven't been to the Bug Jar since, oh God, maybe 13, 14.
Oh, okay.
And they
Bug
used to
Jar's
have
now
these,
just all stickers. Everybody's
Yeah,
got stickers
everybody's
everywhere, which is
got a
great
sticker on
too.
the wall.
because they used to have
it's all
paintings on the
promotion.
walls, and I was like, oh
I
man, those are
don't-
cool.
I've literally been there 3 times
There's
in my
still
life.
an upside down
really?
Played
kitchen.
2 shows there, and I went to one, which is actually the show we met Brian at.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Ataris came here once, and they were playing at the Bug Jar, and we went there and saw that, and it was pretty sweet, man.
It's an interesting venue.
It is.
It is. It's a very small.
I was gonna say it's not not very large.
But like,
I mean, we didn't even fit on. He had to be on the floor. When
I
we
was on
played
the
there,
floor the
'cause
whole
our drum,
entire
our drum
set.
kit's so big. It's just like we just didn't have room. And me and Ryan are on either side of the stage, and we had like a box.
so to be safe, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play down here.
That was
And
kind of
it
where I was at. I mean, it got crazy.
It was the best show we've ever played.
It got crazy.
Honestly.
I was gonna come down with you, and I was like,
But probably better not.
So my favorite part of the show was like every song, everybody moved, yes, but there was a smile on every face.
See.
If there was a fist across their face, you saw the cheese. You've got an elbow across the face, you saw the smile, and I was
Yep.
just like, dude, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. And then, like we were talking about earlier, Flatline came up, and when we started to sing it, there was a point where I wasn't singing because I was just like, wow, they're singing louder than I can even achieve at this point in this small venue. It was great.
that
Absolutely
was,
insane.
That was a very moving show for us.
Yeah,
it
that's
was
awesome.
It lit a fire that really needed to be lit again, and at least me personally, like we always strive for better, but like that one was like, oh shit, like these people are feeling us. We need to
that's
give
the whole thing.
more.
It's like, just a shout out to everybody out there
100%.
who feels what we feel. I mean, it's to get that kind of feedback on something that, like going back to what we were saying about what it took to write that song,
Yeah.
to get that kind of feedback
It was worth
is
it.
insane.
It
man.
is.
It is, because it's like, not only is it something that we've gone through, that we're still going through.
Yeah.
I mean, especially around,
You
Christmas,
never get
especially,
over it. You're never gonna just go, all right, well, today's the day that I'm completely fine
Moving
with
on.
how she, you know what I mean? So like, you always need that cope, and I definitely think that this definitely helped a lot.
And, the amount of feedback, especially the
Yes.
amount, not so much what has
What?
been said, but the amount of feedback we've gotten for that
Yeah.
song has been overwhelming.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. And I can't say thank you enough to everybody.
100%.
It's. I mean, we're just about at 2,000 likes right now
Awesome.
on
Yeah.
Facebook. Which is also huge. Thank you.
Yeah.
You
We
know,
Check them out on Facebook. These guys are on Facebook. You
Perspectives
guys are on
official on
Instagram.
Perspectives,
NYS.
Facebook,
YouTube.
YouTube. We have Flatlines on there. We also have our whole set of the Bug Jar show that we just played that we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
You can see the energy in that room. And it was like that the whole entire show. When Likewise was up, and it was a rapper. Likewise was up, and he was killing it. Everybody was loud. White Tides came up, killed the show. We popped up, killed the show. Diluted came, destroyed the Bug Jar, and we could never go back there
That
again.
one was nuts, man.
That was insane.
That show was a blur.
Zach, the guitarist of Diluted, threw his guitar down during the set and just jumped into the crowd. And, of course, I was there, so I was like, ah! And he just came up and hit me, came around and went crazy and got back up on the stage and started. Dude, it was
I got a little fun
awesome.
fact
Oh,
that
go for
nobody
it.
knows about that show. So
Go for it.
when White Tides went up, I went home to grab my girlfriend because we had to be there earlier to load in and everything. So I was like,
He
I'll
went to
come back
pick
and
up
get you.
his girlfriend. Let's put that out
Shout
there.
out to you, Emma. So,
there you go.
Anyways, so I went to go get her, and I came back, and I got back to the venue with her, and I got her in and whatever, and I was like, all right. And then we were like, all right, well, we got to start setting up.
Yeah.
Because Ryan had texted me on my way back. I'm like, well, how long do we got till we're on? And he's like, 5 minutes. I'm like, tell me you're fucking with me. And he's like, no, you have 5 minutes. And I'm like,
we
I'm on
all
490.
fuck with each
No.
other
And
constantly.
I'm like freaking out. So I get there, I get her in and whatever, and I get up to the guys, and it just hits me, and I'm like, fuck.
Oh.
My laptop was in my trunk,
Oh no.
which
That's
has all
the
of our
worst.
backing tracks on it. So
Yeah.
without the laptop, we don't have a click, we don't have any of
We
our,
don't
our
have
samples
backtracks.
or anything. And not that we backtrack a lot, but that we lose our intros, we lose our bass drops, all that, the extra stuff.
Yeah.
So I literally went from there, sprinted back to my car, which was over around the corner, got my laptop, sprinted back just in time to get the rest of my stuff up on stage. My laptop didn't want to turn on at first, so I had to, because it was so cold,
Yeah.
and I had to wait for it to warm up, and then finally I got it going, and I mean, it went smoothly, but it was like, bam, 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 go, 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 and then it was like, okay, play, done. It was, dude, the
And
night
then it
was a blur.
So quick.
Yeah, I mean, it was that
man.
quick, but I mean, it went great. I can't say enough about that show. It was a whole
honestly,
lot of fun.
personally, at least Reen, me, and you, dude, we've watched that video numerous times, and we're not doing it for ego. It's just like, holy shit, man! Like,
Oh,
the-
also a little thing.
the energy.
If you're a fan of Lit,
Oh yeah, we did a cover of Lit.
Did you?
My Own Worst
Worst
Enemy. At the Bug Jar. Fucking went off.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was fun.
Place bounced.
And it was one of those things that were like, it wasn't even really planned, because like it was something that like I've honestly, like my old bassist Mike McCann used to say, or actually he came up to me at the Bug Jar and he's like, "Are you actually playing it tonight?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Man, you used to play that back at practice, like at Zero Signal. I mean, we're talking 2012, 2013.
Yeah, I remember when you were in that the whole thing there.
And
Yeah.
at that point, I was also around that point, I was also in a band, so that's kind of how we connected
See,
too.
that's
Right.
cool, though.
So we've kind of stayed in touch over the years,
Yeah.
and we just kind of happened to come full circle, and here we
Yeah.
are now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so like it was just something we did at practice, and it just kind of happened, and then we were like, you know what, we should play it at the show because we have extra time. Let's just do it,
It's
and
true.
it went off. I was expecting people to be like, why are they playing this?
Right.
No,
And dude, it went
as soon
nuts.
as it went, oh,
People know what that is.
Oh right,
You know
that's
that
the whole
riff.
thing, and like it was funny
Right.
because like when I started playing it at practice, and Cody, our drummer, just starts
Yeah.
playing, and I'm like, of course he knows how to play this because everybody knows the song.
And I love this song personally, and I've listened to it all my life. So I was just like, all right, I'm gonna try. I tried to get the lyrics down the first time, second time, third time, fourth time, and I have them down, but I had them mixed. That was the first time when we played it live. I was like, got it, and we played it live.
I played the solo right
perfectly.
that night
Yeah,
too,
he
and
played
I
the
was
solo
like,
right
yes.
perfectly. So it really wasn't.
It's funny if you watch the
planned.
video, you'll see me. I just I just stop and I
Oh,
play the
dude.
solo,
That's great.
and I'm like, all right, I hit it. Then I go back into it. It was funny, but yeah, man, it was a hell of a time.
Yeah, that was definitely a memorable show.
Yeah.
So was aphasia, but that was also because our bassist fell flat
Oh my
off the
God.
stage. He got up on top of the front of the montage stage, and he was just trying to
Yeah.
get the people hype, and all of a sudden,
Bam!
straight
Really?
off the stage into the bars that were right there. His shin hits
Oh my
it.
God.
You hear tink from his shin. He gets back up, climbs back on stage, and we start.
And we're all thinking he got hit in the nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that would have been so horrible.
And we're all like, how is he playing
Right.
right now? And then
And we started the set, and
after a
everything
while,
was fine.
he
It
was
was like,
fine.
how did that just? How
it
did
was
you
it
get
was
back
like,
up?
It was like right during like the sample for our intro, the first song too. So like he didn't even miss a note.
No.
Like he got up, got in, and hit his
He went
right.
"Oh, fuck, got
Money
it.
crop.
Let's got it.
He still got a welt on his leg from
Yeah.
it. I mean, this
Yeah.
is
He
what
says
last month. This
Yeah.
is November.
He's like, oh, I
Okay.
only got this mark. Like, no, there's
No,
a chunk
it was
missing in your
October.
leg.
It was October.
Right.
That's right.
Yep.
It was in November.
October, is that 19th?
I don't
Yeah.
remember. Somewhere around there.
I'm trying to remember all the numbers.
Well, we're over the hour mark. Is
Oh,
there
shit.
anything you guys want to close with before we sign off?
Anything you want to bring up, talk about?
Got your show coming up
Really.
here.
Yeah, just the shows.
Yeah, we
I
got
mean,
December 20th at the California Brew House. Like I said, $5 and a toy, kid's toy. We always get asked if it's what kind of toy.
Yeah. Somebody's bringing in
well, I
sex
mean, that's
toys
why
and
I
stuff
had
like
to-
that.
Please don't do
Don't
that.
do that.
That's why I had to
It's for the
differentiate the
kids.
carpet
Yeah,
thing.
it's not appropriate.
And then January 26th is at the Comedy at the Carlson. That's United Artistry, Winter Sucks. Jed Seaver Presents. I'm pretty sure it still says Jed Seaver Presents. But
so.
yeah, Jed Seaver put it together. You got all sorts of different artists, from artists that create and draw and do all sorts of different magnets and this, that, third, to performing artists like rappers and acoustic artists and all sorts of stuff. It's all going to
very
be in
mixed
that one night, and it's going to go from 4 to 10, I think.
it was about
It might be 2 to 10. I might be wrong. But yeah, it's going to be an awesome show from beginning to end, and whatever stage you go to, you're going to find talented people that are in your community.
Yeah. So go out there and look at all these things because you have all these musicians here in Rochester that you can go watch.
We have tickets too.
Yeah.
Definitely let us know if you need tickets. We got you.
They got it all there. So make
Lots
sure you
of
take
them.
advantage of it. Like them on Facebook,
Add us
follow
on,
on
yeah.
Instagram and all that, Twitter.
We're very entertaining. We like to throw stupid videos at you to make you smile and laugh. So
That's right.
join us and we'll make you laugh.
Yeah, so
We'll
make
try
sure to
anyway.
catch them on the 20th and the 26th.
Yes.
All right.
December 20th, January 26th.
And hit that your going button
Yeah.
on the
Punch it. I've been watching too
Facebook
much
page.
Smosh.
Go listen to Flatline if you haven't yet.
Yeah, go check out Flatline. Let us know what you think. Message us. Talk to us.
We will talk back.
We're all very open people that would love to talk to you.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
So we were here with Perspectives. If you haven't watched this live, replay's gonna be on YouTube and Facebook. So
we're gonna share it. We always share it.
yeah. So make sure you watch this interview, if you, or rewatch it, or even tell your friends that hey, this happens.
Watch it over and over and over.
Over and
Get
over and over.
addicted to it.
It's Saturday, so the M-Balm Effect, the main show, will be on tonight. Make sure you watch that at 9:30 p.m. We're going to probably shoot for that. So I'm not sure who's going to be here. I know Ghost is sick, so we're probably going to be maybe 2 or 3 guys. So, yeah, Perspectives here. We're going to sign off.
Thanks, man.
Thanks
We
for having
appreciate
us,
it.
man.
Yeah, it was good to have you guys on here.
It was a
So
lot of fun.
definitely. Hoping to have you back on, again sometime
anytime.
soon.
Bring it on, man.
Yeah.
We love to do
We'll
this
come back
stuff.
tomorrow if you really
yeah.
want.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow, no big
deal.
show.
We can talk for hours.
Yeah. We'll take off the mask so you don't even know that it's us.
Exactly.
It'll be like a whole different experience. No, you know what we'll do? We'll just switch them. I'll wear yours
switch
and you
the
can wear
mask.
mine.
We'll
We'll sit in the. We'll switch
like
chairs and
that.
we'll switch masks and then we'll
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah, that we could do that. Whole different interview.
Totally down for that.
Totally different. It's a different perspective.
Yeah,
That's right, different perspective. See, I like that. Nice pun. I like it. Have a great rest of your night.
Yes,
We'll catch
be
you soon.
safe.
Take it easy.
Don't drive crazy.
That's right.
Drive
Bye.
right.
To the moon is back, memory, every secret side.